If you're a dentist and you have your own dentist clinic, or if you're in the medical industry, you know that every day tons of calls are received of people who want to book appointments, and this can be a very repetitive task to handle over and over again. But what if I told you that there's now AI agents that can handle all of your appointment booking for you and work 24/7? In this video, I'm going to show you how you can set up your own voice AI agent that's going to schedule your bookings into your Google Calendar. Check this out. So I'm going to call an AI agent and I'm going to book an appointment that's going to go directly into my calendar. And right here, I have my Google Calendar so that we can see whenever this happens. I'm going to dial the agent right now.
Hello, this is Sophia from Harmony Dental Clinic. Who do I have the pleasure of speaking with?
Hi, this is Andrew.
Thank you, Andrew. It's nice to speak with you.
What dental service are you interested in today?
I'm interested in teeth whitening.
Great choice. Is this the first time you're considering teeth whitening?
Yes, this is the first time.
Thank you for letting me know. What city are you located in?
I'm located in Miami.
Perfect. Before we schedule your appointment, I'll need your phone number for our records. Could you please provide it?
Yes, it's 510-600-5677.
Let me confirm that. I have 510 600 56 77. Is that correct?
That is correct, yes.
Perfect. Let me check our available appointments for you. I have the following appointments available. Thursday, February 5th at 4:30 p.m., Friday, February 6th at 8 a.m., 8:30 a.m., or 9 a.m., Monday, February 9th at 10 a.m., or 12 p.m. Which one works best for you?
Can we do Friday at 8 a.m.?
Just to confirm, you'd like to book Friday, February 6th at 8 a.m. Is that correct?
That is correct, yes.
Perfect. I've scheduled your teeth whitening appointment for Friday, February 6th at 8 a.m.
What email address would you like me to send the appointment confirmation to?
No need to send one, thank you. So you see, now the event has been created inside of my Google Calendar, and it even has a little summary on what the appointment will be about. Now I'm going to show you and walk you through how you can set up your own AI agent that's going to be able to do the same thing for your business. Let's dive in. So first thing we want to do is we want to come here into the Dapta platform in the voice agent section, and we're going to click on new agent. For this, I'm going to be creating a fake company AI agent so I can show you guys how to set it up. So for this case, I generated some context for this specific company using ChatGPT, as well as generated some special instructions. So first of all, we're going to put the name as just, let's call it Phoenix Dental Clinic. Since there's no website URL for this specific clinic, then I'm just going to copy and paste the context that I've generated. This has information such as frequently asked questions, hours of operations, what are the services that we offer. But note that if you have a website URL or like a landing page, you can simply input that over here. You can click on generate context, and what that's going to do is that our AI is going to look through your website and it's going to generate context for your agent. Next, we're going to be able to select the language. In this case, it's going to be English. The identity name we can call Sophia. And then the purpose is going to be scheduling meeting. I'm also going to put some important instructions that I've generated as I mentioned. These are simple instructions on how we're going to be asking some qualification questions and also how to schedule an appointment. So I'm going to copy those and paste it in here. It's important that you put in here what are the questions that you want your agent to ask, as well as how to handle the scheduling. So save and continue. This is going to create the system prompt for our agent, which are the main instructions that our agent is going to have. So we'll give that a couple seconds. And now it's done. We can go ahead and test our agent. In this case, I'm not going to do that right away because I know that the agent doesn't have the capabilities to schedule an appointment yet. If you were to test this, you're going to see that it might tell you that it's going to schedule an appointment for you. It might offer you some dates that might be outdated because the agent doesn't have access to your calendar yet and nothing would really happen. So we're just going to click save and continue. I'm going to land here in the voice settings. Voice settings, we're going to be able to manipulate the voice that our agent is going to have. We can also manipulate the speed that it talks and some other settings. For now, I'm not going to touch any of this. I think the voice is okay. We can listen to it one more time.
Hi, I'm Marissa.
And I'm going to jump right into configuring the actions for the Google Calendar. So for that, we're going to need to create a workflow and link it to our agent through agent actions. What are agent actions? Agent actions are basically different flows that the agent can run during the call, depending on the intent. We're going to see here in a little bit that we can put the different instructions on when we want the agent to run each specific action. For this case, I'm going to add the action of getting the availability, and I'm going to open the workflow here on a new tab. I'm going to click select. So here's our workflow. It's a very simple workflow. As we see, we have a trigger that's on type post. If you want your workflows to show here on this list of actions, of custom actions, you want to make sure that it's on post. Basically what this means is that the agent can call it directly. And then our action that follows is going to be our node of get availability through Google Calendar. You can search for actions here on the right panel. If you click on integration actions, you can see calendar, Google Calendar, and get availability. And just to make it short, this node, you can connect it using your Google credential. Once you put your Gmail in there, it's going to guide you through the two-factor authentication like you would sign up for any other platform. And then you're going to be able to select your calendar. You're going to be able to put what dates you want to pull the availability from. I'm going to delete this and show you what I already have in place. In this case, choosing a range from when I want this to pull the availability from. So in this case, January 29th of 2026 and February 2nd. I can also choose what times I want this agent to pull the slots from. In this case, let's say from 8 a.m. up to 5 p.m. with a slot interval of 30 minutes with a duration of 30 minutes and a buffer time of 10 minutes, excluding weekends. As you see, you can get very specific with the setting. Then I'm running the information that I get from this node through a code node that is in charge of cleaning the output that's going to be sent back to the agent. So to show you what I mean by that, I can look into a previous execution. And if I look into the response body, that node of availability text, which was the code node, basically outputs this. We can see in a more clean format all the nodes that were pulled from that Google Calendar node. As you see, we have the date and the different dates and different times. So there's that. And if you want to learn how to build this workflow as well as the next workflow that I'm going to show you, which is actually scheduling the event, I'm going to be leaving a link up here so you can check that out. But for now, let's go back here into our custom action. As you see, I've already selected the correct workflow. And how do I know? Because this webhook right here, this URL matches whatever URL we have over here. If you are not sure, you can just copy and paste it over here. Basically means that it's going to be calling the same workflow. So now we need to give some instructions to when we want this agent to run this action. So I'm just going to paste them over here and we're going to read them briefly. So very simple. The objective says search available slots in the calendar. Always use year 2026. Examples, bring me 3 of the available slots from the list in the first 2 available days. So for example, when I did the call, you heard that it brought back the slots from Thursday and Friday, which are the next 2 days. Now hit save. We can click add one more time and we're going to add our second action, which is going to be actually booking the event in our calendar. In this case, it's called booking event in Google Calendar. I have it in Spanish, but we'll break down the flow right now and write the instructions in English. So this is an even more simpler workflow. Basically, the trigger is going to need some parameters that the agent is going to have to send in order to complete the action. In this case, we're asking for a start date of this meeting, the end date of the appointment, and the event summary. Like you saw here in my Google Calendar, the agent is providing some description inside of the event. That's why we're going to be needing that summary. And then the name, which is going to be the name of the person. If we look in the title of the event, it says Andrew, it says Harmony Dental, which is the clinic, and then Andrew, the name of the person. And here we're going to be able to put some instructions, like I mentioned, instructions on when the agent should use this, but we're also going to have to put some parameter instruction, which is telling the agent what the start is, what the end date is, the event summary, and the name. And so I'm going to paste the instructions one by one in here, explain them. So the first main instruction obviously is just meant to be to schedule an event with the person requesting availability. Then I'm going to have my start date. I need to be very specific here and specify how the format is required through Google. So in this case, I put a little bit more of information. So identify and extract the event start date and time mentioned. Make sure that we can understand information such as if the user says tomorrow or next Monday, that the agent knows what day it is today to know what the user is referring to. Because in some cases, the user is not going to say the exact date, like January 20th at 6 p.m. They might just say next Monday at 6 p.m. So that's why we select some valid input examples, and then we say that should be transformed into this format, which is month, day, year, and time in a 24-hour format. I give a couple examples as well as the current year. I did the same thing for end date, the same instructions. Then the instructions for the event summary is going to be to basically write a small summary that is 2 to 3 short sentence maximum. A couple examples. Also have the instructions here in the name, which is just says save the person's first and last name. If we only have the first name, it's just going to save the first name. What I want to do is I want to click on required in all of this. And this is so that the agent doesn't run the action unless we have that information. That way we secure that we get all the details that we need to book that appointment. And then I'm going to hit save. And that's pretty much it. We're not done yet. I actually went ahead and edited my prompt so that I could tell the agent when to use these tools, specify the name of the tool. So these names are actually somewhere in this prompt that I've edited. This is one of the most crucial steps to having your agent use these tools accordingly. You want to write clear instructions to when you want the agent to use these tools. And you would put these specific instructions inside your conversation flow section, depending on what specific point of the conversation you want the agent to book the appointment. And just as a reminder, you can use the functionality of improving with AI. So if you want to improve a specific section of the conversational flow, you can select it, hit improve, write suggestions. So in this case, you can say that write a step so that the agent calls the tool or the action in this specific point, and the AI will take care of it. Now my agent is ready. I want to go ahead and test it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys how you can get a phone number inside Dapta and assign it to an agent. So for that, I'm going to go to the phone number section. I'm going to go into new phone number, buy a phone number. Now I'm going to click here on buy. This is going to tell me that I'm going to be spending 1,380 credits every single month to pay for the phone number. As you see, it's very cheap. We're going to click on buy number. What's going to happen now is I'm going to get this pop-up window where I can assign it to that specific agent. So I'm just going to click Sophia, schedule meetings, hit save, and now I'm going to call the number. So here on my phone, I'm going to type 775-298-6019, hit call.
Hello, this is Sophia from Harmony Dental Clinic.
Who do I have the pleasure of speaking with?
Hello, this is Andrew.
Thank you, Andrew. It's nice to speak with you. What dental service are you interested in today?
I want to schedule a cleaning.
Great choice. Is this the first time you're considering a dental cleaning with us?
Yes.
What city are you located in?
I'm in Miami.
Great. Before we schedule your appointment, I'll need your phone number for our record.
My phone number is 510-600-5677.
Let me confirm that. I have 510 600 5677. Is that correct?
That is correct, yes.
Perfect. Let me check our available appointments for you. I have the following appointments available. Thursday, February 5th at 4:30 p.m. Friday, February 6th at 9 a.m., 11:30 a.m., 12 p.m., 2:30 p.m., 3 p.m., 3:30 p.m., 4 p.m., and 4:30 p.m. Monday, February 9th.
So actually, I want to schedule for Friday at 12 p.m. That should be fine.
Just to confirm, you'd like to book your dental cleaning for Friday, February 6th at 12 p.m. Is that correct?
That is correct, yes.
Perfect. I've scheduled your dental cleaning appointment for Friday, February 6th at 12 p.m. What email address
Would you like me to send the appointment confirmation to?
So we don't need that, and I can hang up right away. As you see, this agent was also able to book the appointment as the one that I showed you in the beginning of the video. And just like that, I don't need someone sitting down in my front desk just answering calls and doing the same task over and over again. Scheduling appointments, now I can just send this agent and have it handle all of the calls by itself. This is great for business like medical clinics. In this case, I like using the dentist because I know they get a lot of high volume of calls every single day of people who just want to schedule. And having an agent that can check your schedule and book them saves a ton of time and saves anyone for taking over this tedious task. If you found this video helpful and you would like to implement something like this into your business, please let us know in the comments. Make sure to check out the rest of our YouTube channel. We're going to be posting more tutorials, but we have a lot of past tutorials that you can use to create even more complex systems. See you guys in the next video.